Hello, dear viewers, and welcome back to our channel. It's wonderful to have you join us once again as we explore the latest happenings in the world of royalty, often finding those fascinating intersections where tradition meets the everyday passions that connect us all. Today, we turn our attention to a rather exciting and perhaps unexpected setting for a royal update: the high-stakes world of European football. We're delving into a recent appearance by none other than the Prince of Wales, Prince William, who stepped out not just as a senior royal, but very much as a dedicated fan, supporting his beloved football team Aston Villa during a crucial match. But this wasn't just a quiet visit to the stands. Minutes before the whistle blew for a pivotal Champions League quarter-final clash against the formidable Paris Saint-Germain, or PSG as they're widely known, Prince William granted a surprisingly detailed interview, showcasing a depth of knowledge that truly caught the attention of fellow supporters. We'll be exploring what he said, the reaction it generated, and the special guest he brought along for the thrilling evening. Before we dive into the details of this sporting night out for the future king, if you enjoy staying updated on these royal stories and appreciate our in-depth look, do take a moment to click that like button and consider subscribing to our channel. Your support truly helps us continue bringing you these updates. Now, let's get right into the heart of the action at Villa Park. For those who follow the royal family even casually, Prince William's allegiance to Aston Villa is not exactly a state secret. For several years now, he has been quite open about his support for the Birmingham-based club, a choice that often prompts curiosity given his family's ties are perhaps more traditionally associated with London teams, or even sports like polo. William himself has explained his choice stemmed from wanting to support a team with a great history, outside the usual top-tier dominance, and he felt a genuine connection when attending his first FA Cup match, involving Villa many years ago. It's a passion he wears proudly, often seen sporting the club's colors claret and blue, whether subtly or overtly. So his presence at Villa Park for such a significant fixture, a Champions League quarter-final, wasn't entirely out of the blue. However, the timing and nature of his pre-match engagement certainly elevated the occasion. Just moments before the intense atmosphere reached fever pitch ahead of the clash with French giants PSG, Prince William took time out to speak directly with the broadcaster TNT Sport. This wasn't merely a polite royal acknowledgement. It was a proper sit-down discussion about the upcoming game, broadcast live to millions. The reaction from Aston Villa supporters, particularly online, was swift and overwhelmingly positive. Fans took to the social media platform X, previously known as Twitter, to share their thoughts, and a common theme emerged: genuine surprise and admiration for the prince's footballing acumen. One supporter commented directly, stating, "Very impressive knowledge. Also, he comes across as a really nice guy." It's a sentiment that speaks volumes, capturing both respect for his understanding of the game and an appreciation for his approachable demeanor. Another fan echoed this, noting concisely that William knew his stuff, a straightforward compliment that cuts through any royal formality to acknowledge genuine expertise. The praise continued, with a third fan adding, somewhat humorously perhaps, acknowledging the pleasant surprise, "He's actually quite good, to be fair," accompanied by a cry-laughing emoji, suggesting the insight displayed perhaps exceeded expectations. And the positive feedback kept rolling in. A fourth supporter, clearly impressed by the prince's eloquence and passion, remarked, "He spoke exceptionally well. What a lad." This use of the colloquial term lad suggests a sense of camaraderie, a feeling that William in that moment was just one of the fans, albeit a very well-known one. The appreciation didn't stop there. One fan, clearly enjoying the prince's contribution, even floated a lighthearted suggestion, posting, "Get the guy commentating each week," again followed by a cry-laughing emoji. While perhaps offered in jest, it underlines the quality of his analysis and how well it resonated with the dedicated fan base. It highlights a moment where the perceived distance often associated with royalty seemed to momentarily dissolve, replaced by a shared language of football fandom. But what exactly did Prince William discuss that garnered such positive reactions? The interview touched upon both the emotional and tactical dimensions of the game. The interviewer cleverly brought up a piece of Aston Villa folklore intertwined with William's own life story. He reminded the prince that his birth, in June 1982, occurred very shortly after Aston Villa achieved their greatest triumph, winning the European Cup, the precursor to the modern Champions League, in Rotterdam in May of that same year. This remains the pinnacle of Villa's history, a legendary victory etched in the memory of every long-standing supporter. Faced with this poignant connection, the interviewer posed the question: could William's presence, linked by birth year to that historic win, be considered a good omen for the current Villa side facing another huge European night? Prince William's response was both hopeful and grounded, tinged with the familiar superstition often found among passionate sports fans. "Well, I hope so," he replied with a smile, acknowledging the sentiment. "We'll see." He then added a personal touch, revealing the extent of his commitment as a fan. "I'm wearing all my lucky clothes and bits and pieces and done on my routine, so I'm hoping that it's going to bring some luck tonight." This candid admission about lucky charms and pre-match rituals is incredibly relatable. It paints a picture not just of a prince attending a match, but of a dedicated supporter engaging in those little personal traditions many fans share, hoping to somehow influence the outcome through sheer willpower and superstition. It's a humanizing glimpse behind the royal curtain. However, the interview quickly moved beyond hopeful sentiment and lucky charms into the realm of serious football strategy. This is where William truly demonstrated that his support for Villa involves more than just wearing the scarf. He clearly follows the team's tactics and understands the nuances of the game. He was asked quite directly what he wants out of this first leg against PSG, a question inviting tactical insight rather than just blind optimism. His reply was considered and detailed, revealing he'd been paying close attention to the opposition as well. "I think we all saw the Liverpool game and PSG's intensity," William began, referencing a recent high-profile match where Paris Saint-Germain's style of play was evident. "I mean, in the first leg, they were unbelievable." This acknowledgement showed respect for the opponent's quality, a hallmark of knowledgeable analysis. He elaborated on PSG's key strength. "They gave a lot of pressure, they pressed very high." For those perhaps less familiar with football terminology, a high press refers to a tactic where the attacking team aggressively tries to win the ball back deep in the opponent's half, putting immense pressure on their defense as they try to play out. It requires incredible fitness and coordination. William then connected this observation directly to Aston Villa and their manager Unai Emery, who notably has a history with PSG, having managed them previously. And so I think for Unai tonight and the team, it's about managing that press. He displayed an understanding of Emery's own tactical preferences. Unai likes it when their teams come onto them. They quite like high press. This suggests Villa might not be intimidated by PSG's approach and might even welcome it to some extent, perhaps looking to exploit the space left behind. However, William also recognized the inherent danger. "But obviously there's a limit," he cautioned. "And can we get round the press? Can we? Can we beat it?" He pondered the potential solutions Villa might employ. "So I'm thinking long ball a bit. I'm thinking also how they're going to get around the high press. A long ball strategy involves bypassing the opponent's press by hitting the ball directly towards attackers further up the pitch, a common way to counter aggressive pressing." His consideration of multiple approaches showed genuine tactical thought. He concluded his analysis with anticipation for the strategic battle ahead. "So it's going to be a challenging night, and I'm looking forward to the tactics Unai is going to have to employ." This wasn't just fan hope. It was an informed perspective on the tactical chess match about to unfold on the pitch. It was this level of detailed, specific analysis that clearly impressed fellow fans and pundits alike. It demonstrated a genuine engagement with the sport beyond simple cheering. But the revelations from the prince didn't end with tactical insights and lucky charms. During the course of his pre-match activities, William also shared a heartwarming detail. He wasn't attending the match alone. He had brought along his eldest son, Prince George, who is now 11 years old, to experience the electric atmosphere of a major European night at Villa Park. This wasn't Prince George's first football match, nor his first time accompanying his father to watch Aston Villa. The young prince has been seen at games before, often mirroring his father's enthusiasm and sometimes his visible disappointment from the stands. These appearances are always noteworthy, offering glimpses into the passing down of interests and traditions within the royal family. Seeing William share his passion for Villa with George provides a relatable image of father-son bonding, away from the more formal duties of their positions. It suggests a conscious effort by William to provide his son with experiences that are both memorable and grounded in shared, everyday pleasures like supporting a sports team. For an 11-year-old attending a Champions League quarterfinal under the floodlights, surrounded by thousands of passionate fans, must have been quite the experience. It speaks to William's desire to integrate his children into aspects of his own life and passions, fostering connections that go beyond their unique royal circumstances. It also subtly reinforces the image of a modernizing monarchy, where future heirs engage with popular culture and shared national pastimes. Taken together, Prince William's evening at Villa Park was more than just a casual outing. It was a demonstration of genuine passion, informed analysis, and relatable family connection. His willingness to give a detailed interview, discussing tactics with the confidence of a seasoned observer, clearly struck a chord with football fans. It broke down barriers, showcasing a side of the prince that resonates with ordinary people who share that same love for the game. His reference to lucky routines and his thoughtful breakdown of the tactical challenges ahead painted a picture of an engaged and knowledgeable supporter. Furthermore, sharing the experience with Prince George adds another layer of significance. It underscores the importance of family time and shared interests, even within the demanding context of royal life. It's a continuation of William integrating his public role with his personal passions and his role as a father, presenting a well-rounded and arguably more accessible image to the public. So, what can we take away from this particular royal appearance? It certainly highlights Prince William's enduring and deep-rooted support for Aston Villa, a commitment that goes beyond mere photo opportunities. It showcases his ability to connect with the public on a very human level, sharing a common language through the universal passion of sport. His detailed football analysis surprised many and earned him genuine respect from the fan base. And importantly, it provided another lovely glimpse of the bond he shares with Prince George, nurturing his son's interests and sharing valuable experiences together. It's a reminder that behind the titles and duties, there are personal passions and family moments that shape the individuals within the royal family, just as they do for all of us. This event certainly gives us much to reflect upon regarding how members of the royal family navigate their public roles while maintaining personal interests and family connections in the modern age. Prince William seems particularly adept at balancing these aspects, using shared passions like football to foster a connection with the people he will one day serve as king. What are your thoughts on this? Were you impressed by Prince William's football knowledge? Do you enjoy seeing the royals engage in more everyday activities like attending sporting events? And what do you make of him sharing these moments with Prince George? We would love to read your opinions and perspectives in the comments section below. Your insights always enrich the conversation. Thank you so much for joining us today for this look into Prince William's passionate support for his team and his insightful pre-match interview. If you found this story interesting, please do give the video a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel and click the notification bell so you don't miss our future updates on the royal family and other fascinating topics. We appreciate you spending your time with us. Until next time, take care and thank you for watching.